Hey everybody, so there's quite a few trade rumors going around the NHL now that for the most part free agency has not died down, but most of the big name players have all found homes, and it's really quieting a lot now in the last couple of days. So now that teams kind of know where they're at and know where other teams are at, and all the free agents have picked homes, then now it's time for some trades to happen. And the rumors are out there, they're everywhere, and some of them are pretty big, some of them not as much. But before we get to that, if you're not yet a subscriber to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like the NHL and hockey at all, there is something here for you, whether you just follow a certain team or you follow the league as a whole like I do. There are videos here for you. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And now let's get to some NHL trade rumors. Obviously, the big one is Erik Karlsson. What the hell is going on with Erik Karlsson? For the longest time, Vegas was the front runner, and it was expected he was going to go to Vegas. Then for a short time, Dallas was the front runner, and everyone was saying trade to Dallas is imminent. Now Tampa Bay is the front runner somehow. I don't know how they have cap space for that, but Tampa Bay is now the front runner. And last night, it was reported that a deal was done, and that it was confirmed, done. The only thing missing, once the trade call happened, it was going to happen. And that was reported out of Ottawa by fairly reliable sources, and then it didn't happen. And so now we really don't know exactly what is going on with Erik Karlsson. Tampa Bay appears to still be the front runner, but the deal is not done, at least as of the recording of this video. So I don't really know where Erik Karlsson is going to end up. It looks like Tampa Bay, and it looks like Tampa Bay needs to bring in the New York Rangers to somehow work around, dump money, jump contracts on the Rangers to clear up enough cap space for Karlsson. So this is kind of a wild deal going on here with Erik Karlsson. These rumors have been flying around since last year's trade deadline. He's refused to re-sign with Ottawa, so he is going to get traded. He is going somewhere. But the team, the top contender to get him, the team keeps changing. It was Vegas, Dallas, now Tampa Bay. And there's a lot that is going into this, because it's going to be such a huge return for Ottawa. They are going to get a lot in return for Erik Karlsson. So we're all on Karlsson watch now, and we'll just have to see where he actually ends up and what the actual deal is. When the trade does finally happen, obviously I will be doing a video on it. So stay tuned for that. But we don't know where he's going right now, and I'm not even going to venture to guess when this gets done, because it seems to be a very, very complicated process right now. Other trade rumors, Milan Lucic, a few weeks ago, it seemed very likely that he was moving out of Edmonton. Then Peter Chiarelli came out and said he wasn't trying to trade him. Lucic's agent came out and said that he wasn't asked to move he wasn't asked to be moved, and he has no trade clause, so he didn't ask for any teams that he didn't want to go to or did want to go to or whatever, anything like that. So then it was like, okay, so he's not getting traded. At this point, I don't think Lucic gets traded. I'm sure Edmonton would love to get rid of him, but I just don't think that they have a trade partner. Lucic is making $6 million a year, and he's not even close to worth that at this point, and I don't think that they have a trade partner, or at least a trade partner that Lucic would accept a trade to. I mean, you could try and dump his contract on some bottom-feeding team like, I don't know, Vancouver, or Arizona, or the Rangers or something. But Lucic isn't going to accept a deal there. He's not going to go to a team that's going to win less than 40 games this year. So, I don't expect Lucic to get moved at this point. I think Edmonton is stuck with him, and he's going to be staying there probably for the rest of this contract unless they buy him out at some point, because nobody wants to pay Milan Lucic $6 million a year. He's just not even close to worth that at this point. Max Pacioretty, his name has been swirling around as trade bait since the deadline last year. What I've heard on Pacioretty is that teams are interested, but Montreal's asking price is way too high. So unless Montreal drops their asking price, Pacioretty isn't going anywhere, because nobody needs him so badly that they're going to overpay by this much for him. Jeff Skinner, that's another name in Carolina who's been floated around as trade bait. Haven't really heard much lately about Skinner getting moved. It seems like Arizona or Carolina wants to trade him, but the right deal isn't out there right now, so they've held on to him. And another name, once Carolina got the deal done with Calgary for the Noah Hannafin, Dougie Hamilton, Michael Ferland, Elias Lindholm deal, it was said that Justin Falk could also get moved off of Carolina's back end, but that was the day of that trade. There was talk about Falk, and then he hasn't been talked about much since. So I would be surprised if he got moved at this point. I think he's an important player on their back end, and they're going to keep him, I would think. So that's pretty much it from major trade rumors right now. There was a trade the other day. It was Matt Martin got traded back to the New York Islanders from Toronto for some prospect. Obviously, Toronto just didn't want him anymore. He was making $2.5 million per year. He still has 2 years left on that deal, and he didn't even crack into Toronto's lineup at the end of last year or in the playoffs at all. So they were done with him. I don't know why. I think Matt Martin is a very good fourth line NHL winger. He's certainly someone I would want on my team. Maybe not at $2.5 million per year, but he's certainly a player that I would want on my team. Now he's back with the Islanders, where obviously he started his career and had a lot of success there and some really good years as a fourth line winger there. And I mean, the Islanders are going to absolutely stink next year, so he'll play there probably with his old line mates Casey Zizekas and Cal Clutterbuck. So that trade did happen. The rest are just rumors, and it's of all the rumors, it seems that the Erik Karlsson deal is the most imminent. It's the one that's going to happen first, and the rest are just kind of floating out there and could happen but might not. So like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel, up to 220 subscribers now. So let's keep that thing growing. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.